All right, guys, we are going to do adding positive and negative numbers today. So I want you to take a second and set up your page to look like mine. Your title, adding positive and negative numbers, and then make kind of like a chart. One side says same sign. The other side says different signs, okay? Leave enough room because we're going to draw a few things. But otherwise, pause the video, go ahead and let your notebook or set your notebook up like mine looks now. So pause the video, copy down what I have, and then when you're ready, you can unpause and we will start going. All right. So when we are adding positive and negative numbers, there's two things we're going to come across. We're going to come across if they have the same sign or if the numbers have different signs, okay? First thing we're going to focus on is if they have the same sign. So if you have a number like 4 plus 6, those have the same sign. This one's positive and so is this one. 4 is positive and 6 is positive, same sign. You could have numbers that look like this. -8 plus -2. Okay, they have the same sign. 8 is negative, and so is the 2. They're both negative, same sign. So when we have same sign numbers, we're friends. These are the easy ones. We like these ones. They're not too difficult. When we have the same sign, we're friends. And I'm going to draw a picture to kind of represent that. I'm going to draw 2 ovals next to each other. And they're going to have smiles. Then I'm going to add in the eyes, and these eyes are going to be plus signs on this one because they could both be positive, like our 4 and our 6 here. This smiley face is going to have 2 negative eyes because your numbers could both be negative, like your -8 and your -2 here. So if we have the same sign, we're friends, and we are good to go. I'm going to slide my paper down a little bit and show you the steps on how to add numbers with the same sign. So I'm going to cut my picture off here. Okay. And I'm going to write same signs Here's our steps. You are going to add the numbers like normal, and then you're going to keep the sign. And we'll do some examples to show you what I mean. Okay, let's do an example. My first example is if I do -6 plus -4. If I look, the 6 is negative and so is the 4. They have the same sign, so we're going to follow these rules. First thing we're going to do, we're just going to ignore these negatives here, okay? Just ignore them. Bump them out of the way. We don't want to use them yet. These negatives are bothering me. They're going to go away for a minute, okay? Ignore the signs. Add 6 and 4. 6 and 4 is 10. All right, the signs aren't going to bother me now, so I'm going to bring them back in. I just did step number 1. I added the numbers without the signs. Now I'm going to keep the sign that they have. They have the negative, so I'm going to add that back in there. Okay, let's try another one. If I have negative 2 plus negative 3, I look and I see both the signs are negative. They have the same sign, so we're friends. Ignore those signs now that you know that they're the same, ignore them. What is 2 plus 3? We're doing our first step here. We're adding 2 plus 3. 5. Okay, now we keep the sign. Keep the sign that's already in the problem, which is negative. Right? There's a negative here and a negative here. They have the same sign, so we're going to keep the negative in our answer. Now, I don't want to throw you for a loop here, so we're going to try one that has both positives. If I have 3 plus 7, well, they're both positive. This looks like a normal addition problem, so you guys don't have to do anything crazy. Just add them. 3 plus 7. It's going to give you 10. Okay. I'm going to give you 2 examples to try on your own. The first one is going to be negative 7 plus negative 4 Fifth one is going to be negative 9 plus negative 3. Okay, they have the same sign, a negative and a negative, so you're going to follow these steps. Add them like normal, just ignore those signs, okay? Add them like normal, 7 plus 4. And then you're going to keep the sign. So they both have a negative sign, so your answer is going to be a negative. You're going to put that negative back in there. Same thing here, same signs, both negative. So you're going to add them like normal, just ignore those negatives for now. Add them like normal to get an answer number. And then keep the sign that they already have. So add that negative back in there. Pause the video. Oops. Take a minute to try them. When you're ready, unpause the video and I'll show you what I get. All right. So they have the same sign, so I'm just going to follow these steps. Ignore those negatives for a minute. Add them like normal. 7 plus 4 gave me 11. And then I'm going to see if this one has a negative, this one has a negative, so I'm going to keep the sign negative 11. All right. Number 5, same sign. I'm going to follow these steps. Add them like normal. 9 plus 3. Now keep the sign that's in the problem. There's a negative here and a negative here, so I'm going to keep the negative.